Hello, beautifuls. I am back with another channeled message, tarot reading. Hope you're doing well through all the noise at the moment. Last night I did have a dream, and that's where this message is kind of solely coming from, especially the channeled message. So the dream was super intense from like start to finish, but in the middle of the dream, I found myself stepping into a situation that was not actually mine to be carrying. Someone else was meant to deal with what was happening, but I spoke up, and then the energy of the dream tried to place that role onto me, almost as if I was supposed to be the one who sees it, names it, carries it, and does something about it every single time. And what came through from that is this: a lot of people have been conditioned into roles that feel meaningful, righteous, spiritual, or important. But those roles are often built on false reciprocity. They make you feel chosen while quietly training you to overgive, overcarry, overwitness, and take responsibility for things that were never truly yours to be carrying. Then that burden gets dressed up as destiny, identity, or purpose when really it's just an old system feeding itself through your energy. And what's interesting is that when you look at the field right now, there is so much noise, so many voices, so many people pushing different narratives, different identities, different meanings, that it all becomes obvious that not all of it can be true all at once. That kind of noise is not clarity. It is fragmentation, and fragmentation is one of the ways the old system keeps people from hearing the real message. So, this is also about recognizing that just because something is loud, repeated, spiritual looking, or pushed by a crowd does not make it true. Sometimes the true line is the one that remains clear underneath all of the noise. And sometimes the real step forward is refusing the role that was built to drain you, so you can return to what is actually yours. So that is the channeled message for you today. It's quite deep, and yes, I did get that all from the dream that I had. There is a lot more to it. I guess, like, in my sense, as an example, last year, about exactly a year ago, it's been a couple of years since I started doing tarot in general, but last year I was led to believe that I was a witness and that I'm supposed to like battle for a whole set of people. But in reality, what I've come to realize is that over time, I'm not here to battle for others. I was here to witness for myself and do it for myself. And then once that was done, it was kind of like unfulfilling. Do you know what I mean? Nothing came from that. I put all of this effort into something to try to change something that needs to be changed in the old world. And what I learned from it was that distortion wins, and that the distortion was feeding on my effort and everything that I was doing. So there's just like a little bit of an example of it, at least from my life, where I've seen this happen in my own life, and there's probably many other occurrences throughout life because these things happen on a loop cycle. But let's grab some cards just to see what's coming through today. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is opportunity, and the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups here. So this one's interesting. There's this sense of being offered opportunity or some sort of material gain from these roles. So whatever sense it's in, this could be in many different ways. Like, if we just look at the spiritual community as a sense, and there is a role given to a lot of people, and they're called the chosen ones. This narrative can offer material gain, but that never happens. Something there is like there's a messenger that says these things and gets you to agree to a role that was never yours to begin with. And there's a sense of like wanting to walk away from that because it doesn't happen. Like, so at the moment, what I'm getting from the energy from these three cards is there is an offer of material gain, and it comes in through the Knight of Wands energy, this messenger energy coming to tell you something, like trying to get you to jump on board with it. But there's a sense of walking away now. So this seems like it's happened. This has happened like a while back, and there is this energy of walking away from that now. It's almost like you've been through a lot. You've been through the sense of like doing these things, like holding the position, holding the role that you were given, essentially, that you accepted in turn. And it hasn't brought for you what you truly thought or believed or were told that it was going to bring. So in essence, that's kind of similar to my situation. Mine was more of like, you are a divine witness. Okay, so like that was the role I was given. You're the divine witness. And it tried to take me down this road of like witnessing and speaking the truth and all of that stuff. I still speak the truth, obviously. That's my thing. I stand in truth. But when it comes to the divine witness role, it led me down a path where I could have ended up in some pretty bad places due to how the old system works and how it really siphons your energy to a place where it can put you in lack. So this walking away is kind of happening because I think there is this energy around it where you, whoever's watching this, whoever this is for, you're realizing that these roles that you've been given are not true. They don't bring anything except for a constant loop of giving your energy to, say, a messenger or someone that's bringing you the information, but nothing's ever coming. Like the stuff that you're being told that's going to happen or coming, it doesn't manifest in the way that you're being told it will. So we do have the Page of Swords in reverse. So there's a little bit of a sense that the distortion in the field is trying to dim your clarity at the moment. But you're currently in a place where you're looking to the future. Like you're in a transitional period where you're thinking about what comes after this or what you're looking towards, right? Like you're looking towards like a pathway, and there's a sense of, because this is happening, because you're in this transitional point, the Page of Swords in reverse, the field, or the false field as I call it, is trying to dim the clarity that you're having. And the truth is right there. Like you know it for a fact. But there's all the noise, right? All of these narratives coming in, and they are trying to switch up your perception on things. It could even be like that you're being bombarded with narratives that are like trying to pull you into something different, but it's still the same thing. But you're generally looking for a future path. And yeah, choice point, the Lovers. So this is interesting. So this is like to do with bonds and choice. So this is like you're at a decision point where you either choose to stay with the false bond of these false paths that have been offered to you, or you choose the true one, which is the true line. So it's interesting that this is all coming out. The true line offers truth and truth and a true meaning of life. You know, like this is your true line. Excuse me. So it's like the sense of choosing between truth and distortion. That's kind of what's coming up again at the moment for the True Line Collective. This is reminding me of my like last video that I made. It kind of gives me the sense of like, you want something real, you want something true, you don't want to live in distortion anymore, you don't want to be led down a path that just doesn't lead anywhere. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's like you're getting this choice of bond. Do you want to bond with true source, or do you want to bond with what people call as the devil, or like distortion, or the, you know, just like the demiurge? Like so many people have so many names for it, but ultimately I just call it distortion. It's distorted collective energy. So it's a really big choice point at the moment. And then we have the Four of Swords. So this is giving like a pause. Rest energy, pause, taking time to really try to figure things out. And then the Queen of Cups in reversed is giving the sense of there could be a little bit of unrest around how you feel. Like this could make you annoyed. It could make you feel feelings that you don't normally feel. So the Queen of Cups in reverse, normally it's like comfortable. So this could be making you feel a little bit uncomfortable in the sense of feeling duped. You know, like, because I know what it's like when you feel duped, like by something, and you realize that it wasn't like that the whole time, and then I know you can feel a lot of feelings that aren't your feelings. They've been projected onto you by the distortion that was creating the situation in the first place. So there is this like pause, rest energy because of these feelings coming through. Like this reading could trigger those feelings of not feeling like you're good enough, or I don't like using the words, but like that could make you feel dumb, and it could make you feel like you're being silly or stupid, like why didn't you see this. Lots of things could be coming up, but I would ask you to be compassionate with yourself and just tell yourself that like this is the distortion, this is what a projection overlay does to you, and it creates those things so it can keep you in cycles, right? Like it keeps you in those places. So that's why this rest and pause point is important, because it's not about rushing into a decision. It's about sitting and letting that energy clear from you to the distortion and then moving forward from that. And then we have the King of Swords. So yeah, so this is interesting. This is slicing through the pain in a way. So basically, King of Swords, most people tell the world that this is like a narcissistic energy, but it's not. It's almost like pulling back your emotional field from the distortion so it can't feed on it anymore, and sitting in your King of Swords energy so that this pain, this grief doesn't lead. So it's like removing that distortion and that entry point where distortion can come in and direct you. So that's what I'm getting from this. And yeah, basically the King of Swords here is just being clean cutting and not allowing the grief overlay to pull you in the wrong direction. So it's basically like being strong, not allowing the covert mechanism here of grief, all these overlays that are coming through. So the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like an illusion, and it's created by these false options. Because once people find out, right, like I can admit that, like this is something that I've experienced. So once you find out that you have been duped, or you've been going down a path that was truly not yours, or like you were just believing something because it was so like good to believe, and maybe you could resonate with it in certain ways, but it still wasn't happening, or it wasn't moving the way that it should. Once you figure that out fully, it can really put like a dark, dampened kind of feeling on your energy, and it can bring in this covert mechanism, which is the distortion, and then it pulls from that. So it pulls you into a different state and a different pathway. So essentially not allowing that to happen by seeing it being clean cut and cutting that distortion at its root. So the grief here is what it's trying to do. It's trying to create a grief situation for you. It's trying to create pain. That's what it feeds on. But anyways, movement is happening underneath. The true line is available, and the choice is open. So that is the reading for today. It was not soft. It was very different, but at the same time, this is the message that is coming through clearly from True Source for you for the true line. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification if you want to get notifications straight away. Join the members. There are 3 tiers. The top tier is the one where you get the membership videos, but if you just want to be reciprocity, then feel free to join whatever, and leave a like on the video. It shows me that you like it. Anyways, take care, and I'll see you in another one very shortly. Bye bye.